TikTok, tariffs and trade, U.S.-China near Pact deal. In a surprise breakthrough, the United States and China have agreed on the framework of a potential trade deal that could ease years of economic tension between the world's two largest economies. The framework, which includes agreements on TikTok's U.S. operations and rare earth mineral exports, is expected to be finalized when President Donald Trump meets Chinese President Xi Jinping later this week in South Korea. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, speaking to CBS,
"We reached a final deal on TikTok
and a one-year deferral on China's tightened rare earth mineral controls. These developments mark a significant step toward cooling a trade war that has seen tariffs, bans, and supply chain disruptions rattle global markets." Bessent said he does not expect Trump's proposed 100% tariff on Chinese goods to come into effect, suggesting that the two nations are keen to avoid further escalation. In exchange, China is expected to resume large-scale soybean purchases from U.S. farmers, a move that could bring much-needed relief to America's agricultural heartland.
I'm actually a soybean farmer, so I have felt this pain too.
Bessent noted, adding that the new deal addresses farmers' concerns.
Our soybean farmers will feel very good about what's going on both for this season and the coming seasons.
Both sides described recent negotiations as constructive. Chinese officials said the two countries had reached a basic consensus on addressing mutual concerns and agreed to finalize the finer details in the coming days. Bessent emphasized that,
"I think we have averted that so that the tariffs will be averted."
Since returning to office, Trump has doubled down on his America First trade strategy, imposing tariffs on imports from multiple countries in an effort to protect U.S. manufacturing. But his toughest stance has been toward China, whose dominance in key industries, including the processing of rare earth minerals used in electronics and renewable energy, gives Beijing powerful leverage. The U.S. had reacted sharply earlier this month when China restricted rare earth exports, a move Trump called hostile and an attempt to hold the world captive. Another major development involves TikTok, the popular video-sharing platform at the center of U.S. national security debates. Bessent confirmed that a deal has been reached to restructure TikTok's U.S. operations, with Trump and Xi set to formalize it this week. Under the new arrangement, U.S. companies will control TikTok's algorithm, and 6 of the 7 board seats will be held by Americans. Once a vocal critic of the app, Trump has since embraced TikTok as a tool to connect with younger voters during his 2024 campaign. In addition to progress with China, Washington also struck new trade deals with Malaysia and Cambodia and signed framework agreements with Thailand and Vietnam. These moves are designed to strengthen U.S. economic influence in Southeast Asia, a region heavily impacted by the recent tariff battles.
My message to the nations of Southeast Asia is that the United States is with you 100%, and we intend to be a strong partner and friend for many generations to come.
With the U.S. and China poised to finalize their trade framework later this week, the world watches closely. A deal between these economic giants could stabilize markets, restore confidence, and mark the beginning of a new phase in global trade diplomacy, one built not on confrontation, but cautious cooperation.